future. Mwende Saba TV.
This is Mwende Saba TV.
Professor. They will study the Mount Kenya politics. President has been there. Akina Nkanagira Tobesha Dodo Nyota Fanda, then Sagana, and he has kept on insisting that unity and a friendship here and Mount Kenya is very solid. On the other hand, Gachagua now insists the Mount Kenya people left the president long time ago. Would we believe?
I think here you believe Gachagua because I mean we live in Mount Kenya. We talk to these people every day, and they tell you they have children at home, they can't send to school.
Yes.
Okay? I mean you saw the other day, Andy Line in the Daily Nation. Hit 100,000 children out of school, out of 1.3 million. There's a government that has abandoned the future because these children are the future. Those children are in the Mount Kenya families, they are in other Kenyans families, they are in Turkana, they are in Rift Valley, they are in the coast. Okay?
Yes.
So it's one thing to say, I'm your friend. Sure, he is the friend, but he's not helping. So Gachagua is right because you hear cries about people in hospitals. So you saw that Mukamba learned story.
Yes.
I mean, anyone in that village would be Ruto's friend. So when the evidence shows differently from what the president is saying, then clearly Gachagua is right. Yeah, because the evidence is not there. You see, gathering people like Isagana is not a demonstration of love. No, anybody is going there to collect that money. I think by June, not even June, August this year, I think it will become clearer. And also Mount Kenya has a way of fooling everyone also. They will welcome you. You remember during Moi, there's no time they didn't welcome him very nicely until you think that this guy, after there is no point of challenging him, he's going to win this thing.
Yes.
But the following day, it told a totally different story.
Yes.
So you can't figure out these people because I think when you talk about a civilized community, civilized community is when you don't have to show contempt unnecessarily. Sasa you show contempt, you're a million alipatiana, you go and give somewhere else. Since he's giving them, I'm not justifying that people should take that money. Because I think it is morally wrong. Because that money, somebody died in hospital because there was no medicine. Okay? That money, somebody will become a thief because it was not facilitated to acquire education so that they can be useful to society. So that money has done a serious injury to people of Kenya.
Yes.
So when you take it, you are actually taking lana. You understand? You are taking lana to yourself. This is why if you are related to any of the people who goes for that money, tell them to open a separate account. They do not mix that money with yours and with their money. I mean, if you have a wife or a husband who is going for that money, they need to open a separate account because you see, the way cash works, is the injury, the event has caused to people of God. If you are injured people, then you have a cash. This money is injuring a lot of people. I just the other day went to check. There are some children who have been educating, 5 of them. 2 of them qualified for university, 3 didn't. So I went to check this TVET. I went to Kerua Technical. I checked Meru. I checked Karumo. They have a circular. Which has jacked that money, I think, from 13,000 to 37,000. So now, even am I going to afford to take these 3 to the... Do you understand?
Yes.
This is new. Now, if you, instead of facilitating and building the future by educating these young people, you are taxing their parents, heavily, and then you are increasing the cost on education and the health. Because I mean, I think I pay around 12,000 on SHA and around 80,000 on the housing levy. You're still paying that a percent tax. And then you are supposed to again now pay increase school fees, increase medical expenditure. And you tell me honestly, somebody can actually vote for William Ruto.
To guess you who Gachagua is right. The people mountain maybe they have become they have left William Ruto. And again the very mountain you took one of some MPs like Meru, Kabut, but the William Ruto, including the governor, the 9 MPs, and some are across Mount Kenya band okay, these elected leaders band but invite William Ruto. Does it mean they are committing a political suicide?
Yes, they are. And other than Meru, you see, Meru is into Mumu right on. Meru, do you know Meru? They may still be elected because I think we are very foolish. You know, I know Ruto called us. He said we are foolish. You know, I'm beginning to agree with him because I wrote something very scathing against Ruto. I think I was not thinking properly. Because you tell me, all the Merolin, which one can we put at the nation to go and compete with other people from other parts of Kenya? Which one? One. So, what I'm saying to Mumu is any government is a reflection of the people it is representing. How is it that we don't have a single Meru in front there? We can make him compete with William Ruto to be elected president. Okay? Compete, I mean, a national figure. We don't. So we are not making choices properly. And that is why you can see them doing that. Going, even though nothing is really working for their people, but they are still with the president. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because now for personal benefit.
Yes.
But if they think there will be a cost in the pool, they will think twice. But they are assuming there won't be cost. But my thinking is that there will be cost. Because things will get progressively worse. You see, they are not getting better because there is no plans. You see, when you know things are getting better, is when, for example, you can see the government has handle on energy, for example. Because energy means you can make your door on the side of the road. You can make a window for somebody who is building. Okay? There is nothing like that. There is no rationalization on taxation. So that denies people something called disposable income. Beja cho tumira. Anto batana beja jambi cho tumira chiumbi ya kupromote uchumi. So this unemployment is being compounded. Then we're gonna mess here in the school system. They can't even allocate to ana dhukuru rationally. Non terona to ana to areto ego dhukuru jiandaga. Okay? Pacho kaba ijagana day school Garissa. Who is going to day school in Garissa? So there is no rationality. The people running government, they look like they didn't go to any school. Now when you see that, then you can only assume things can only get progressively bad. That way, even those in the Meru who think Merus are not clever in selecting, that they can use us, they may get a shock of their life. Yeah.
Does it mean Yabunge Barok one of Mount Kenya and these elected leaders around Mount Kenya mostly Kikuyu they will abandon President Ruto?
They will. They have to.
Just a matter of time?
They have to. It's a question of time because you see it depends on the population. It is population, you know, it is a question of time. Because let's assume the president will steal the election in the way people are saying. Let's assume that is true. Yes. Will he steal for the MPs also? If he steals it for himself, he can't steal for everyone. It's impossible. Do you understand that? So these people will have to talk to their supporters. What they think is that they will buy them with the 50 shillings, 100 shillings, and that 200. That they think. Now by the one year, people are actually, can I use a very funny colloquial language, portable. They can be bought. That they are thinking. they may get a shock because you see when that worked is when information was not available.
Yes.
Now information is available nearly everybody has a telephone, radios, TV now not so much because people are getting news from the phone.
Yes, yes.
And the broadcasts.
Yes.
So TV is going down,
Yes.
which is what that event in Sagana was for television,
For television.
which is no longer communicating. People are, very few people watch television right now.
Yes.
So because information is what they call ubiquitous, means everywhere. It will be hard for them to bribe that. To bribe their way into that. One of the MCAs was explaining to me how bribery took place in Mbere. He said that people are told, you when you go there, say that you don't know how to read and write.
Yes.
You need the help. And then they have tasked a particular individual, which I think is going to be violation of law because there is a very specific procedure for assisting people who cannot write, read and write in the law. But that was a violation. So that individual say, I want so and so to be the one who helps me to tick my candidate. Now, when you go there, they were saying that now there is communication is sent through WhatsApp that particular person, because you are giving them your ID, they get the ballot, has followed the procedure. So when you go out, you go to somebody, you get 1,000. Now, the moment you get 1,000, you become a broker.
Yes.
Now you go to your friend, you say, if you go and they say, you are going to vote for so and so is the one who will assist you,
Yes.
you don't get 1,000, then you give me 300. So you create the brokers. You know the way he explained, I think it happened like that because he was really very precise with his explanation.
Yes.
And he thinks that's what they will do everywhere. If they do like that everywhere, there will be no election. Yes. And I don't know you can maintain this country without legitimacy. You see, election gives you legitimacy.
Maybe the president is reading so much Tanzania, now here Uganda and Kenya. Can that be duplicated here in Kenya?
No, it can't. It can't. This country is people are too advanced for those in the monastics. Too advanced, and then Kenya is also very vulnerable economically. It's extremely very vulnerable country economically. If you look at even the revenue collection, you know the central Kenya carries a very heavy burden in funding, financing this country.
Yes.
If you look at Kenya Revenue Authority, 47% of the money come from Nairobi. 47%.
Yes.
Nearly 3% is from Mount Kenya region. Now, in that level of vulnerability, if you play Museveni, you sink the country. Because these countries, you know, Uganda can feed. Uganda can be in 10 years of war and they still feed. If you disrupt the supply of food in Nairobi for 2 weeks, people will starve in the city. The food will never be enough because they come from these Giguyus, from the villages. They bring every morning in Marigiti. Then it's spread across the Nairobi villages. You disrupt that supply for a week. Now it will never be enough again. Okay? So this is a very weak state. This in terms of the economy. This is not a state where you can do Uganda or Tanzania and survive. You can't.
No, but
anyone who planning that, they don't work.
Back in Mount Kenya, still no that thinking that who can take away vote ya William Ruto in Mount Kenya? That's the question. Who?
Na hii ni safari yetu, tuko pamoja, kila sauti, kila ndoto inang'ara kwenye kioo cha Mwenda Saba TV.
This is Mwenda Saba TV.